A very good evening to you. I'm Sophie Cambridge with this Sunday, January 7th edition of the CBC Evening News. In our top story tonight, a brazen attack by armed robbers last night spoiled an evening out for scores of guests at the Golden Sands Hotel. Kareem Smith was there early this morning and he filed this report.
The damage just behind me explains the chaos and confusion that took place when 3 armed robbers stormed this popular Saturday evening line. Drops of blood, splinters of broken glass, and the somber mood of staff in the popular Exora restaurant at the Golden Sands Hotel told the rest of it. At least one employee was still in tears and another was left limping because of injuries caused during the robbery. Owner and proprietor Dennis Tull was attacked by 3 armed men and robbed of a cash tin containing an undisclosed sum of money. Some members of the Barbados Pride and the Windward Islands Volcanoes cricket teams were staying at the hotel and were also at the restaurant. This morning, employees were picking up the pieces.
Someone just started crying and shaking, Melissa, crying and had a shake this morning, Jan this morning too, and Miss Wardman, everybody still, but the most concerned about the boss or the man had the gun to his face mostly. You could catch a heart attack or something.
This woman, who doesn't want to be identified, lives very close to the hotel and had just bought a meal from the restaurant when it happened.
I went there to get food myself, and literally as I got home, I just heard what I thought was fireworks. And then I realized after a while what it couldn't be fireworks. They wouldn't just let off fireworks at the back so close to the home. So that's when I heard the screaming and I realized, no, that's gunshot. So at first I thought it was like an altercation between 2 people until I heard the screaming and I thought, no, something else is going on.
She says she had just spoken with one of the guests at the hotel, a 43-year-old Jamaican national who was grazed by a bullet fired by gunmen as they fled the scene. She also explains the damage to the fencing at the back of the establishment.
They were sitting at the back eating. There were people at the back. So those ones are obviously the ones who didn't want to go up front. They just pushed and come through, jumped into the cars and they all just disappeared.
Wow.
Yeah, pushed.
How does it influence you coming back? Will you be coming back here?
Yeah, I just hope they change their security, obviously, because I said how they collect the money. I just hope that they change that, or are mindful of how they collect the money. People obviously can see how and where you pay, because I just paid for my meal, so they obviously got away with a bit. I just hope they deal with the security a bit better.
Employees also hope that this frightening experience doesn't cast a damper on the popular spot for locals and tourists alike. Kareem Smith, CBC News.
Meanwhile, the father of 2018's first road fatality is struggling to come to grips with the reality of his son's passing. He's searching for answers about a number of items which were in his son's possession before he died, but have since mysteriously gone missing. Again, Kareem Smith has more.
At his Thickets and Phillip home, 82-year-old Winfield Greenidge explained the unfortunate sequence of events leading to the death of his 64-year-old son, Henderson Greenidge.
He phoned me and told me that he was in an accident, but nobody did get hurt. So after another hour, somebody phoned me from out where the accident was and told me that he get knocked down and the ambulance come to carry to the hospital. So I asked him if he hurt badly and they said, I don't think so. So I said, okay. Next morning when I get up, the police come here and he taken a statement from me and then he told me that he passed away.
The deceased was a Barbadian electrician living in England who was visiting for 3 weeks. His vehicle, still in the driveway, was extensively damaged from the initial accident which occurred along 4 Square Main Road on Friday night. But up to Sunday afternoon, Mr. Greenidge had not yet identified his son's body because the morgue is closed on weekends, but it also appears someone has taken advantage of his son's misfortune.
His telephone gone missing. Can't find that he had no wallet.
But those issues pale in comparison with the fact that he's simply struggling to cope with the loss of his son.
How are you coping? How have you been?
I don't know if I'm going or coming, man. I can't fathom it, man. It got me You can't even eat properly. You got a lot of friends that come down here on holiday with him too. So he's a very
Henderson's wife Kathy Greenwich and son Grantley Greenwich will fly into the island tomorrow. Kareem Smith, CBC News.
In other news, the Barbados branch of the Royal Commonwealth Society has come in for high praise from Foreign Affairs Minister Senator Maxine McLean. She was speaking at the commencement ceremony and concert for the 4th annual Christmas in the Square concert in Bridgetown. The aim of the society is to promote the values and mandate of the Commonwealth, which is made up of 52 countries with an estimated 2.4 billion people. More than half of that population consists of people under the age of 30. Senator McLean says she's especially proud of the Christmas Trees in the City project, which sees students across Barbados participating.
Illustrate the role that the RCS seeks to play in terms of education, sensitization of the population, and in the case of this project, the education of our children about the importance of environmental protection and also the involvement of our citizens. The Society, as you heard, is an international charity which works to promote international understanding. Through this project, our youth and others get to undertake research and explore their creativity while enhancing their awareness and that of the community on the need to reuse and recycle as one tangible way of protecting our environment.
And the Royal Commonwealth Society will be celebrating its 150th anniversary this year, and Chairman of the Barbados branch, Cheryl Bell, says they'll host several activities to mark the occasion while maintaining a focus on young people.
In March this year, we look forward to celebrating Commonwealth Day with the other 51 nations of the Commonwealth. And here in Barbados, we shall be having a range of activities, including our annual Commonwealth Day observance, the launch of the RCS badge, the launch of Sir Elliot Belgrave Shield, the Commonwealth Parade of Flags, and a baton relay. RCS Barbados has an existing schools competition involving the youth, the Sir Clifford Husband Agricultural Challenge Shield, which involves the secondary schools. In 2018, we shall be expanding to the primary schools with the Sir Elliot Belgrave Shield to be awarded to the winner of schools essay competition.
Well, we'll have more news just after the break.
Watch the programs of the Barbados Government Information Service to find out how the ministries and government departments can work for you. Sundays at 7:30.
Mondays and Thursdays at 8:30 p.m. on this station.
Watch us in high definition on our YouTube channel, the BGI, and like our Facebook page.
The Barbados Government Information Service. We keep you informed.
My message is the only person in this world that I can control is me. This message impacted on me because as a prefect of this school, my role is to assist the teachers with guiding the younger children. Although they may sometimes disobey me, I must still seek to positively influence them because I have the power of choice. We all have the power of choice.
January 8th, an incredibly significant event constitutionally takes place in Barbados, the installation of our new Vice Regent. As a constitutional monarchy, this illustrious individual performs the duties of head of state on behalf of Her Majesty the Queen. Join CBC TV8 this Monday at 3:20 as we bring live coverage of the installation of distinguished jurist Madam Justice Sandra Mason as she becomes Barbados' 8th Governor General.
Well, Sheraton Mall is reporting a good Christmas season. In fact, according to marketing manager Danielle Singh, there was a hive of activity at the Christchurch Mall from as early as November 24th when it staged its Black Friday sale. Ms. Singh says given the prices rose during the course of last year, people were eager to capitalize on any opportunity for a sale or a discount.
The Christmas season, it started steady, but then like 2 weeks before Christmas, like the mall was packed, the tenants were pleased. When we did our checks on Tuesday, everyone was like, it was a good season, they saw like certain improvements, and even like the shopping on Sundays that would have been relatively just steady, persons were shopping. And I think, well, from my experience with the Spin to Win competition, persons would just wanted to win something that they would go spend money to enter the competition, even just to win the immediate prizes.
Well, Ms. Singh opted not to comment on whether the sewage issues on the South Coast forced people to choose Sheraton Centre instead. She did say, however, that the individual stores at the mall mounted their own marketing campaigns, which were well executed and were key to the increased number of customers who passed through the centre. The marketing manager adds that the 2018 strategy is to collaborate more closely with the tenants.
We are a strong team, so we want to promote that. Like, we're not just Sheraton a destination, but we have the interests of our tenants in mind. So for them to be attractive, we have to bring like sale opportunities, and we can only do that with their help as well. So we're going to try our best to make sure everyone is satisfied, customer and the tenants as well. So we have promotions planned. Our theme for the year is creativity going forward. We are going to focus a lot on the youth and like their arts and exhibitions.
Regional news now on Venezuela's President Nicolas Maduro has ordered a temporary shutdown of air and maritime traffic with 3 Caribbean neighbors. He's accusing smugglers of seeking to plunder his South American country. Maduro, in a televised address on Friday, said he had halted all flights and ship traffic to the Dutch Caribbean islands of Aruba, Bonaire and Curaçao, known as the ABC Islands, for 72 hours. He accused the 3 countries of running black markets and siphoning everything from copper to food before unselling the items.